Welcome to Indispensable, Connection Ministries' video training series for churches and volunteers who are building Christian community with adults with intellectual disabilities. This episode is titled, The Leadership Team. My name is Don Bowden, and welcome to Indispensable, a video training series for friendship groups with adults with intellectual disabilities. This series is for churches and volunteers ministering with adults with intellectual disabilities, and we will cover many topics ranging from defining a vision, raising awareness, being a good companion, and effective teaching. In this episode, Jackie Schaefer will discuss specific points of entry or roles the leadership team offers for people who want to be involved in the friendship group ministry. When you offer a variety of ways for people to serve that are in sync with their spiritual gifts and talents, church members are more likely to remain involved.
Paul explains in 1 Corinthians chapter 12 how every believer is given spiritual gifts for the common good. He goes on to say that the body of Christ is one unit, but is made up of many parts. Together, those parts make up one body. This same dynamic remains true today in our churches, even within specific areas of ministry. This passage clearly states there are different gifts and areas of service, but one Spirit and one Lord. The disability ministry in your church can provide opportunities for people to serve in many ways. No one person, volunteer, or staff is gifted to take on all the roles necessary for an effective ministry. When one person tries to do it all, many tasks receive little to no attention and ministry opportunities are missed. As leadership teams offer a variety of roles for volunteers in the friendship group to fill, more things get done that advance the vision. Leadership team members also take on roles working alongside the other volunteers. Nicole Crosby and Lorena Salas are both part of friendship groups. They have witnessed how everyone who is called to be part of a friendship group is gifted to bring something of great value to that group.
The thing that's so great is that there's something for everyone. So if you have gifts of hospitality, you can bring the snack. If you have gifts of leadership and speaking in front of people, you can teach the lesson that week. So no matter how God has gifted you, there's something that you can do that contributes to the group.
I think my favorite aspect, they talk about the Bible, they also sing songs, they do arts and crafts, and it's really, really nice.
It is important to note that spiritual gifting is not determined by one's comfort level. In the Bible, God asked many people to do things outside their comfort zones. As we begin to talk about these roles, you may be asking, where do I find all these people? The answer is you will never fill every possible role. But for every role that is filled, the friendship group will be stronger. Some team members and volunteers may be gifted in several areas and have the capacity and ability to take on multiple roles. The roles needed for your friendship group will be determined by the format of your meetings. Every group is different, but there are primary roles that will be common to every friendship group. The most important role is the companion, and every person involved in your ministry should be considered a companion. A companion is simply a friend. Every friend with a disability, family member, direct support staff, or volunteer can be a friend. A companion may also be a group leader, Bible teacher, or lead a small group. The ministry's vision is achieved when everyone involved embraces each other as indispensable parts of the body. Friendship group meetings begin with the entire friendship group coming together for a time of worship. Therefore, worship and music leaders are important. Music is a vital part of worship in friendship groups. However, this does not mean a volunteer needs to be a professional musician. Live music is always preferred. Some friendship groups meet on the same night that the praise team band practices, which allows the praise team to lead the group with a few songs. Music leaders can also use technology for songs, such as YouTube playlists where video slides can be projected with lyrics. Other ideas include songbooks, simple musical instruments, and CDs. Following worship, the large group stays together for a Bible lesson. Having a Bible teacher to lead these lessons is an important role. We encourage friendship groups to have at least 2 people who are gifted for teaching. This will allow more preparation time for those not teaching every week. Multiple Bible teachers also provides backup when a teacher cannot attend a friendship group meeting. Bible teachers need to plan each lesson, pulling together the visual aids, skits, and costumes. Lesson plans should include the main points of the Bible lesson and real-life applications. It is recommended that Bible teachers use a specialized curriculum for adults with intellectual disabilities and not use leftover children's Sunday school materials. Links to curriculum can be found on the Connection Ministries website. Visuals for curriculum may be used from sources like freebibleimages.org. After the large group lesson, many of the friendship groups break into small groups. Each small group needs at least one discussion leader to facilitate the discussion of the lesson with real-life applications and prayer time with the adult friends, family members, direct support staff, and other volunteers. Small groups help those with disabilities connect the lesson to their lives. Some friendship groups can have as many as 5 discussion groups. It is important for the leadership team to plan the friendship group schedule with assigned lessons in advance. This will give the small group discussion leaders access to the lesson material in advance so they can prepare for discussion time. Smaller friendship groups that do not break into small groups or prefer that prayer time is done during the large group time may use a prayer leader. The prayer leader gathers prayer requests and leads the prayer time. Prayer time can include praying over the concerns from the congregation's prayer list. The prayer leader can also share the friendship group's prayer request with the church after getting permission. Friendship groups typically end their evening with fellowship time that may be accompanied with a snack. A snack coordinator can facilitate volunteer companions and members of the church who are not able to be a part of the weekly group to provide snacks for this fellowship time. It is important to be aware of special dietary needs when providing meals or snacks. We cover more about special dietary needs in the topic on registration. Hospitality leaders can send cards or flyers to the adult friends. These cards can notify the friendship group start date or announce special group events. Hospitality leaders can arrange for cards and gifts to be presented to adult friends for birthdays and holidays. Miss you cards can also be mailed to those friends who have been absent from the friendship group. There are other primary roles which may be performed behind the scenes, but are very necessary to the effectiveness of the friendship group. These roles will need people with the spiritual gifts to carry them out. In an earlier episode, we talked about the leader who champions the ministry in your church. This person will benefit from a strong gift of leadership. It will be their role to be the spokesperson for the ministry team and the congregation's leaders and members. He or she will need to attract and energize people by clearly communicating the vision for disability ministry and inspire the church to make that vision a reality. An administrator is a vital part of a friendship group. If the leader championing the ministry is not gifted with administration, a second leader needs to have this gift. Administration comes from a unique Greek term that refers to a shipmaster or captain. The literal meaning of the word is to steer. It is someone who guides and directs a group of people toward a goal or destination. A leader with the gift of administration is enabled to organize, direct, implement plans, and guide others in the various roles to advance the ministry. This gift, while closely related to the gift of leadership, is goal or task-oriented and more concerned with details and organization. This leader will help the entire leadership team stay organized and follow important safety procedures, which includes completing applications, background screens, dietary emergency contact records, and reporting abuse. An important administrative role is registration. We will go into more detail in the registration episode. The leader overseeing registration does much of their work behind the scenes by maintaining up-to-date participant applications, criminal background screens, emergency contact information, dietary restrictions, and maintaining class rosters. It is important to keep attendance records for the friendship group. Attendance is encouraged with certificates presented to friends with disabilities who have attended a defined number of meetings. These attendance records will be helpful for volunteers sending notes to friends or volunteers who have not attended for a while. There may be times when it is necessary to contact everyone in the friendship group due to an illness, need for prayers, or bad weather. A systematic phone tree can simplify the process. All the necessary information is available from up-to-date registrations that can be divided up between multiple callers. Providing our friends with disabilities with opportunities to serve helps them exercise their spiritual gifts. A coordinator for service projects can arrange events to engage the congregation with the friends with disabilities, families, and direct support staff. Some examples include packing gift boxes for college students who are away from home, care packages for disaster victims, and day-long service projects in the community. It is good to partner on projects the congregation is already doing, or recruit other small groups in the church to partner with the friendship group. In addition to the primary roles, there are additional secondary roles, which may not be necessary for conducting a friendship group meeting, but they are also critical to building community, raising awareness, and advancing the ministry in the congregation. The following roles will further strengthen the friendship group and encourage more church members to utilize their spiritual gifts. Coordinating special events for the friendship group, like dinners and fellowship activities outside the church, is an important part of fellowship. This can also include church-related events that welcome the congregation into fellowship with the friendship group. Holidays like Christmas and Easter are a wonderful time to hold special events. Picnics and pitch-in meals are fun at the start and end of the group's season. Small groups in the church can also use these special events as service projects. Family and direct support staff liaison leaders can foster strong relationships with families and direct support staff. They keep them informed about the friendship group schedule and special events. This can be done through phone calls, emails, flyers, visits to the homes. It is important to build and maintain strong relationships with families and staff and relay their prayer needs back to the friendship group. There is a high turnover of direct support staff working for residential providers. Many times our friends with disabilities living in a home will stop coming to friendship group when these changes take place. For this reason, it is important to build relationships with new staff as they begin working in a home. Crafts and activities do not need to be part of every meeting, but these activities are thoroughly enjoyed when included in the friendship group. These activities are best when related to the Bible lesson or planned service project. Every friendship group will benefit from a volunteer gifted for technology. Worship music and the use of projected visual aids enhance the large group time. Someone skilled using the technology is necessary to help the teachers and worship leaders operate the sound system, microphones, computer equipment, and PowerPoint. Members of your congregation and the surrounding community will not be aware the church has a disability ministry without continual promotion. There are a variety of roles where members of your church can help you promote the ministry. Here are just a few. Photography or videography can tell your story better than 1,000 words. Find someone gifted with digital photography and store these photos in a location where team members have access to the photos. Take pictures of the friendship group meetings and special events. Have video testimonials of volunteers, friends with disabilities, and family members. Be sure to include a photo release as part of your application process. Printed bulletins and newsletters should list the ministry with a description, contact information, meeting day, time, and location. Sunday announcements and atrium video screens are a great way to promote special events and opportunities for the congregation. However, don't overuse this platform, otherwise your effort becomes white noise to your audience. Social media is an effective way to reach church members who use these platforms. Identify and develop posts for the platforms used by the congregation and develop a relationship with the person who manages social media. Find out the best way to get the friendship group's content posted. Be sure to accompany every post with great photos or videos. If your congregation does not use social media, create your own social media page and invite members of your church to follow the ministry. There can be additional roles offered to volunteers who do not participate in the weekly gatherings. Some roles include a liaison to other small groups in the church, making costumes, card ministry, transportation, puppet ministry, and financial support. We have covered quite a few volunteer roles. Perhaps there are additional roles in your group. As mentioned earlier, you will most likely not find people to fill all the roles listed. However, by identifying the roles, you may attract interested volunteers. These points of entry make it possible to find new people who may not have considered disability ministry. Thank you for watching this episode over leadership teams. Next to this video on our website, you will find a link for the note pages that you can download and print. Be sure to visit our website to view another topic in the Indispensable series. If you have any questions or need information, you can email us at connect@connection-ministries.org or call our office 317-646-5067.
Your prayers and financial gifts help Connection Ministries provide valuable resources for churches and families ministering with adults with intellectual disabilities. You can give online at www.connection-ministries.org.